Okay, welcome guys, this is Dranking here. Okay, so today I'm going to do, well, a nearly 600 hour review on Skyrim. I've done 586 hours, which is more or less 600-ish. Okay, so I'm going to just talk about my experience with Skyrim. I'll go into my game in a minute, but in general, I want to talk about my experience with Skyrim from the day it come out till today, where I'm still playing it, where I keep doing bits and bobs. I'm just going to quickly show you, obviously, how great a game this is. Obviously, it's been enhanced heavily by mods. Obviously, PC gamers get the true benefit. I'm going to quickly show you the quick rundown of the mods I use. This game has everything that you basically need. But there's a few tweaks that I like. The very immersive everything, so you can quickly see as I'm scrolling through. Everything to do with my mods is immersion. I've got so many graphic updates, extra armors, all your weapons, basically everything to do with immersion, just making everything a lot better, a lot more realistic. Okay, because I love the immersion. I don't like being OP and everything. I just want it all spot on, so I really feel like I'm in there, so I don't see anything like look at it and go, ooh, that shouldn't be like that, it should be like this. So like seeing now, especially with this, everything's a lot more realistic, made up by these, just so, like, especially the thunderstorms, Jesus Christ, that's nuts. So everything's fully involving me into the game, really getting me inside it. And all the overhauls is huge for it. Okay, so we're going to pop into my game, and I'm going to show you the things I like, my review about the game, what I love about it, what I don't love so much about it, and so forth. So let's go inside the game right now. Okay, guys, onto the game itself. Right, so for me, when it first come out, the 11th, I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. But when that first come out, I took 2 weeks of leave. I went straight on leave. I think a lot of people took time off just to play the game. And when I played it, I just went nuts on it. So I did about 120 hours within the 2 weeks. I easily hammered that out. It was a massive thing for me when the game first came out. So obviously, I think what a lot of people did as well was they spent so much time on it, they burnt themselves out. Like I spent say 120 hours, and that was me. I probably left the game for about, I don't know, 7-8 months. I didn't touch it since that'll come. Oh my god, this armory was full before. Jesus. Oh, devastated. I went around collecting all armors and putting it on here. Oh, devastated. Oh no, there's some good stuff as well I put on there. Shit. So when it like I say, I burnt myself out completely. I didn't touch the game for a long time after. And when I did come back to it, instead of my normal character, I think most people, they start over again, and I started over again. I say this is around about my 600 hours nearly. So this is actually my third character in the game. First one about 120 hours. Second one was about 140 hours. When the Legendary Edition come out, I'll show you now. When the Legendary Edition come out, I went on to starting again, and this character I've done all the way up to level 100. I'm still bopping about on it, so you can see a lot of my skills are legendary, which means once you get it to 100, you can knock it back down to the scratch again. But how I do things very immersively. I don't cheat around things. I don't power level things. I do it as legit as I can. So I'm enjoying the game as much as I can. For my general stats, for my time spent in game. So obviously it's only a level 100 character, so this one's just over 200 hours. I've done all the main quests, Dawnguard and Dragonborn. I've done a lot of side quests, but I've still not, like with this character, with other characters I did do all the Mages Guild, Dark Brotherhood, everything else like that, but with this character for some reason I've missed out on a lot of stuff. Like you're saying, a quest complete, I've done 127 quests. For Dragonborn Dawnguard I've not done so many. Was it miscellaneous quests, 81 main quests. So you can see quest wise I've done a bit. So Dark Brotherhood, I've not even stuck at that. I've not even chosen sides yet between the two factions of Stormcloaks and Imperials, but generally in the other two playthroughs I've done Stormcloaks, so this one I'll do Imperials, just because I've done more of a lore research and realised Imperials is actually the correct choice I should have been doing in the first place. So Daedric quests, trust me, I've done probably most of the quests throughout my time doing it, but the guy who made the guidebook spent 3,500 hours doing every single quest in game, so it kind of made me realise that I haven't done as much as I thought. Okay, so just so you can check out bits and bobs, locations discovered. I've discovered 331 locations, so looking at the map, oh no, I need to get out of the house. Not in real life though, only in game. Okay, so where is it? Locations discovered 331, dungeons cleared, 130 dungeons itself cleared. This is more or less reference to real life as well. Days past 360 hours, actually slept 43. So that's roughly down to real time. Okay, so obviously gold found. Remember, everything I do is as legit as I can. Eating food, obviously not too much. Books read, real life, none. Okay, in game, 557. So yeah, fantastic. So my review, I'll go on to what I like in the game itself as I'm scrolling through, so you can see just general things. From the first thing I started with the game, I loved the whole idea of the Dragonborn. I heavily missed out on Morrowind. I was devastated later on in life when I realised how much of an impact Morrowind was. Oblivion, I finished Oblivion, but unfortunately I did it on Xbox. But I finished Oblivion and it was great. I didn't really understand the true amazingness of the Elder Scrolls series itself. It's only in this past year and a half how much I've been researching and watching everything and heavily looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online that I really realised that wow, this is where I need to focus my attention. So hence I do focus my attention. So starting off again, so carrying on. So when I first started the game, how I realised that Dragonborn, great idea for the game. It brought a lot of ideas and motivation for people to do, themes, their songs, their cosplay. Start designing their own Dragonborn gear and stuff like that. It opened up a lot of creativity with people. A lot of people really took this to themselves and went crazy with it. So oh my god, yeah. So weapons made. So you can see how many weapons I've made. That's all for like leveling up and enchanting and so forth. So you can see how legit that all is. That's more than I thought. Jesus. So from I'll go on to now I'll talk about the visuals, and I'll talk about the weapons and armors and the quests and so forth. Okay. The visuals, obviously, after we got all the high-res patch, the game looked amazing anyway. Besides bugs and so forth, that's inevitable for a game of this magnitude. Okay, same with like your Fallouts and so forth. But you get your fixes. Obviously, Legendary Edition fixed everything more or less, 99% of things. But the visuals was fantastic, especially in 2011. If you look at other games of that time and then you look at Skyrim, for a game of this magnitude to have that much beauty within everything about it is absolutely unbelievable. Even to this day, there's still games coming out that can't reach the level of amazingness that Skyrim still hits. Like there's a lot of places. Can I get rid of that? Yeah. So no. So there's a lot of places that are absolutely gorgeous in Skyrim itself. There's where should I go to? I'll just randomly travel to. I'll just go to there. Okay, so a lot of places did take me by surprise. Dungeons, for one, I didn't expect to be as nice. There's a lot of really, really good dungeons that I really think they did. Well, you can tell that they're all individually handcrafted, and they've done such a fantastic job. I think that's an epic. Was that an ass shot? Yeah, but they've definitely done a huge job with creating the dungeons. Spending 1,000 hours, people can easily spend 1,000 hours just searching the dungeons itself. I want that back, please. Thank you. Yeah, so you can easily spend 1,000 hours just living in the dungeons, trying to explore them, let alone actually doing any quests themselves. So the visuals are second to none in my opinion, especially for coming out in 2011. The things I've seen, the place I've been to, absolutely stunning. I can't fault it one bit. The sounds and immersion really is great. See, this is the glacial mod. So if you look at your Skyrim, the glacials that you've got on yours, and look at these. This actually looks like ice, it looks pretty sick actually. So I don't know if you can see my reflection. I can't see my reflection. But yeah. Well, have a look at yours and see what yours looks like compared to that. That looks pretty nice. But sounds is a huge thing for games. It all heavily affects the actual gameplay itself, how it all feels, how it all looks. You can't go to a place and not have it, sounding amazing as well as looking amazing. So they've done a great job. I have got 2 mods for Sounds of Skyrim. In fact, I've got a good few mods for Sounds of Skyrim for dungeons, for dungeons, everything else, just to really beef it up. It's all. That's me. I'm more about the immersive status with everything than anything else. Okay, so obviously I'm terrible at reviews. I get heavily distracted. So I'll go on to my quests. So a lot of the quests I find, you don't. Some of them are a bit weird being rewarded with things. You get like some things you could do like an epic story bit and you'll get like not much of a reward, and another thing you can do such a trivial quest and roughly get the same kind of reward. It's usually money or something. It's usually I don't know, for 200 gold for doing giving someone the weapon back rather than killing a dragon or something, and you get like 100 gold again. So it's roughly the same kind of reward for doing whatever kind of quest it is. That's the only issue you can have, I think, with the quests. I mean, there's hundreds of quests, absolutely hundreds of quests. So you've got a huge range of things you can do. You can physically not get bored. If you're creative with the game, you cannot get bored one bit. But I don't know. It's an easy game. It's an easy game to play. Definitely. I mean, I'm always sticking it on ultra settings or high res or legendary settings. But I've also got mods to up the gameplay's AI. Because I don't like things being easy. Oop. I've not played this for a while. I've been on Battlefield at the moment. My hotkeys aren't working. There you go. There you go. Yeah, so I've been on Battlefield for a while, so I've not played for a while. I just wanted to do a little review. But definitely, the game was made too easy. I mean, the mobs finish leveling up around about, I think, 30. Yeah, and you keep leveling all the way up to 81 it was originally done, which isn't too good. So, are you joking? Yeah. So that's the only problem with the mob AI is they just leveled up far too slow. Sweet. And when they did, you're already way ahead of them. Everything else becomes too easy. A lot of them. Some are ridiculous, right? Some of them they'll generally be super easy. Then others will like one shot you, and it makes no sense half the time. So my AIs that I've downloaded, I've done it all through Steam Workshops. I've not bothered with. I've not bothered with anything else. Whatever it's called. The I can't remember what it's called. The actual. I can't remember it all now. Where you can get all your things from Fallouts and so forth. But I think everyone else knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, these dickheads will one-shot me just because they're... Run away! Yeah. Yeah, so that's the only issues is the AIs, the quest rewards, the actual the bugs that come out with it originally, but it all got fixed and sorted. Yeah, okay. So let's have a quick run through this little area. So another bad thing was crafting, in my opinion. The crafting was very basic. It's too basic for how detailed a game like this is. They could have done a lot better with the crafting aspects. That is one thing that I was very disappointed in. I think most normal people anyway, maxed the crafting out within the first like day or two of playing, just making iron daggers. That they really shouldn't have done it like that. But hey, that's check the head rolling. So even this guy's retarded. Yeah, so crafting's bad. What else was bad? I think there should have been more variety of weapons in the races. Just having one great sword per, like an orc, or you should have had like 3 different great swords for your orc. Wow, that's like the fastest slaughterfish in the world. Huh, amazing. Jesus Christ. I've never seen that before. That's quite comical. Right. Yeah, so that armors and weapons, there could have been much more variety of. Hence, that's why there's so many armors and weapons mods. I mean, that's inevitable for them to be armor and weapon mods, but they could have easily had different versions of each. Like 2. Yeah, a heavy, even maybe a heavy and light armored version of everything, or multiple, orc ones. I mean, 'cause I started my original game as an orc, but I didn't like the orc armor that much. It put me off. Because I usually like to just stay in my racial stuff and just pure roleplay. I'm really considering starting again. And yes, I always want to start again and just pure role play it, just because it's entertaining. Let's see. There we go. You used to get in trouble for that. Yeah, I've got a mod that fixes that. So now it's like chickens galore. Yeah, so that's one thing. Like, visuals, sounds very good. Quests, good. There's a huge variety of quests. Weapons and armors, some of them look great. you know, like Daedric weapons. A bit disappointed with the dragon bone weapons. They could have done more detail into that, or thought into that. Steel weapons, they look really cool. Yeah, elven stuff, they messed up a bit, I think. Glass looks really good. The glass armor looks fantastic. You know, when I was an Argonian on my second playthrough, I was absolutely loving my glass armor. I think I finished. Yeah, I think I did probably about 60-70 hours just staying in glass armor, just because it just looks brilliant. But I wish they did a heavy and light version of each, you know, because a lot of people, you know, if they're trying to hit before the legendary come out, if you wanted to hit 81, you had to do your light armor, heavy armor, everything. So you couldn't stay with what you wanted. You couldn't just chill in your light armor glass. You had to move to some kind of heavy, which you probably didn't want. So it was quite a disappointment all round. So, well, not disappointment, alright, it's just a bit frustrating because you just didn't want to keep mixing and matching, chopping and changing. I mean, now I'm completely mixing everything up over here. Wearing bandoliers, got Daedric gauntlets, got a Grim Reaper mask, so I'm not even getting the bonus for the heavy armor things, but I'm not too fussed. So I've been away from the game for a bit. But once I finish Battlefield, I plan to get to 100 in that, because I missed out on that before. Then I want to restart the game and just pure role play it. I mean, you can get mods to not even be the Dragonborn at all. I missed it out completely. And you just want to play as who you want to play as, rather than semi-forcing yourself to be the Dragonborn all the time. But I thought it was. What's he doing? Is that? Hey, these walls are rock solid. Oh, the worst show in the world. Okay, so there's many random points I covered and didn't cover, but I'll just sort of semi-showing a bit of my game, how I've been doing. The game itself, if you've not seen much about it, there's a lot of this world I've not even seen. I mean, I watch a lot of people's Skyrim videos, if I'm honest, and there's still so many places I've not been to, and I've been to a lot of places throughout my entire game through time. Jesus, suspense. But I do want to start again, and I do want to just do what I didn't do this time. This time, what I did is I went straight through all the main quests, and then just bopped about doing whatever. The next time I want to play through, I just want to stick to doing every single thieves guild. I did do all the thieves guild anyway, but I just want to do all the mages guild. Do every quest in every town. But I don't know. There's a lot of games coming out. I don't know if I'll have the time, but I'll see how it all goes. But yeah, this game, unbelievable. Everyone needs to play it. Everyone needs to happily put 100, 200 hours into it. I mean, you can spend that doing, just running about doing random quests, let alone the actual main stuff itself. It is, I don't know, I think out of all the roleplay games, immersion games, you can't really beat Skyrim. It's just on an absolute another level with how it's all done. But I assume there's many things people agree on and disagree on to what I've said. But let me know, and I'll see if I can cover it with a more well thought through personal review of it. So nearly 600 hours into the game, and all I want to do is play it more, but obviously I'm busy on Battlefield. So yeah, I'll just fuck this guy up. Okay guys, right, so cheers for watching anyway, I'll see you later.